Hello everyone, this is the presentation of BioRECIPE format. We are Melody Lab, a research group in the Electrical and Computer Engineering department at University of Pittsburgh. In this study, we will introduce the BioRECIPE biological system representation for evaluation, curation, interoperability, preserving, and execution formats to address the growing demand that enables human users to intuitively preview and modify various aspects of models. BioRECIPE is a part of this whole framework we call DICE, which we will discuss later. BioRECIPE format has the following features. The top one that we can accommodate is the standardization. If you have a biological model you want to share across different research groups, you can utilize this BioRECIPE format to make sure that all participate parties can understand what you are trying to convey. It also features scalability, extensibility, machine readable, human readable, and many other features including compatibility and version control and evolution. So, what can BioRECIPE format represent? BioRECIPE format is primarily a tabular format, ideally suited for models structured as directed graph, which we show here, while remain the readability and compatibility with many model development analysis tools. The BioRECIPE format serves as two purposes, allowing the representation of two distinct formats. One is event-based needs of interaction, the other is element-based executable models. So in the following slides, we were discussing these two different types of element formats, but first of all, in the event-based format, each row corresponds to a single interaction, which column header align with interaction attribute names, categorize those attributes into elements, interactions, context, and provenance. On the other hand, the element-based model format assign each row to a model element, support the representation of model's static graph structure along with attributes necessary for dynamic analysis. Unlike element-based format, multiple interactions can combine within this element update rules. So here I show a simple example of what is considered as an interaction. So interaction can be represented as such event-based interaction list format. That is a format in which each individual interaction or biological event is represented separately, and interaction participants are represented as the arguments of the events. In this tabular form, each interaction is assigned one row, and the column header match interaction attribute names. Here I show an illustration of an interaction list in the Here I show an illustration of the interaction list in a BioRECIPE tabular format with all the attributes and example values of those attributes. In executable models, BioRECIPE format support representation of the static graph structure of the models, as well as the attributes necessary to study the dynamics. Often through simulations, we refer this as executable element-based model. Each element in a model is assigned a role in a model table and spreadsheet. In this model representation, the attributes are organized into three groups. Those groups are element, regulation, simulation parameters. The BioRECIPE format supports several different model representation schemes. So here we show those display options in the figure. ranging from less detail to more detail, including either static attributes only or some or all of the dynamic attributes. Those dynamic related attributes are necessary for simulation and the analysis of dynamic behavior of this biological model. To facilitate the communication and collaboration between research groups, BioRECIPE format is compatible with several common representation formats used by system and computational biology community that are usually created for machine use. Those models representation or format including SBML, SAFE, Indra, and Reach and TRIPS. BioRECIPE is also compatible with a suite of tools within the dynamic system explanation framework that our group developed. The BioRECIPE documents is available as the Read Docs page, where I have shown here the QR code. Further details are provided on how to create the interaction lists and executable models in this Read Docs page, as well as all the links to examples, available translators from 2 other represented formats, and tool inputs and outputs. Feel free to check this web page. Many previous and current members of Melody Lab has contributed to the brainstorming and development of BioRECIPE. Those members are listed here. Feel free to reach out